showed up like the worst version of himself possible. He wasn't funny. He wasn't charming. He wasn't interesting. It was just boring. And then he gets marked out by Ant Jefe. The 22ster keep that fire on him. So when King Pill is doing all this, I'm starting to do the math.
Damn, the 22ster can't get no love from the Pie Roosters? King Pill just snapped on Adam, trashed the no jumper office up, had him back into the corner, man. He just pressed that man. Why you ain't had that energy for young Ant? Adam didn't do nothing to you. Or did he? Either way, though, Rikishi just lost his spot in the show. Vince McMahon ain't going for that. He run WWE. King Pill literally got to be the quickest host we've seen come and go. Is there another one? I can't think of one offhand. Now, these countable events that happened after the cameras was turned off came from a person inside the building, so these are facts. There was no tension or nothing like that between young Ant and King Pill. King Pill ended up going to the bathroom. Young Ant and his crew left. Those guys that you see in the video with King Pill, that's his clique. They was all in there chilling, and Pill just spazzed. It felt like he had to get one off on somebody. Let's get into this video. You could tell Adam not trying to hear him at all. He looking in his phone. Pill like, okay, this what we on? He had his mind made up. I'm getting up on this white boy, and I'm finna go viral. Adam trying to move around, make his great escape. Boy, you headed to the corner. Security ain't never leaving his side from now on. He felt too helpless. He lucky his homies start grabbing him. That dude that's holding him back, that's Paco. Probably telling him like, chill, blood, chill. Pill still on one. He got his phone out. He tripping on him. Adam trying to stay back for sure. He spooked. Start knocking the stuff down off the wall. I can only imagine what he was telling them. Adam was probably in there beat bread. That's wild. Now let's get into what Adam said caused this situation.
Okay, so what? He posted a reel. Adam almost got effed over. Cheap prick. Wow, this guy is such a lunatic. All right, well, anyway, we're going to get into this. So basically, King Bill was not his usual self. He was a very fun version of himself the first two times that we had him on the podcast. This time he came on the podcast, it was weird. He was quiet. He said he was on mushrooms. He was just silent, sitting in this chair, whatever. As the podcast goes, and he's being annoying, too, because he was saying how he didn't like the topics. And I'm kind of like, that might be like the most inaccurate thing you could possibly say in that moment, because the topics were actually fire. We had really, really, really good topics. Obviously, a lot of tragedies, but we had very, very important things to discuss. And so he's complaining about the topics. It's kind of weird. And so one topic that just popped into my head, and people on the Reddit and everything are trying to frame this as if I was like really trying to set up an Ant Jefe King Pill beef, which is not actually my intent there. Hello, Julius. How you doing? That was not really my intent. But I asked and I mentioned, King Pill, you censored some of the disses out of your song. Now I'm going to give you guys the backstory on that. Is that when I was in New York, I was with Hit a J3, Bombed and Juno, King Pill, and the conversation happened while we were all driving around in an SUV together that maybe King Pill should consider censoring out some of the swear words from his, or not swear words, but gang disses from his songs, because in particular, there was one diss that could very much be perceived as a diss towards the 8 Trays. However, where King Pill is from, that same diss refers to another hood. Now, keep in mind, Ant Jefe from 8 Tray Gangsta Crip. When I said that he censored out the swears, I didn't mention who, not swears, but gang disses. When I said that, I didn't mention who might be offended. I didn't mention what it was, but very quickly, the Ant Jefe energy changed.
So off the dribble, man. Here Adam, though, not taking accountability, talking about some he didn't try that with young Ant and King Pill. Bro, you know exactly what you was doing. You already said it. He wasn't interested in the topics. So you said you're going to put him in the hot seat.
Be a little cool to King Pill after that, like kind of saying like a few things to him. But for the most part, they didn't really interact. For the rest of the podcast, and King Pill went silent. He barely said a word for the entire rest of the podcast.
Ant did try to be chill, though. There's a couple times he would like respond to what he said in a chill way.
And to be fair, I kind of feel like we saw a little bit of a different version of Ant Jefe yesterday because of the fact that he came in no lean, notably, just got in a car accident or just got a flat tire in his car. And it just felt like we were kind of feeling like a degree of aggression from Ant Jefe that we hadn't really seen. Like even when him and Munchie got into like a weird argument about like who's the most violent race or if black people are bad for each other in society or some shit like that. Like the level that relatively simple argument got to was like kind of intense. Like it kind of ratcheted up the aggression to a degree that I wasn't really expecting. Either way,
dumb for even like responding to it.
Yeah, that got kind of intense too. Either way, podcast ends, and I think everybody's thinking in the back of their head, we got to get these guys out of here in a timely fashion and in a way where nobody has any interaction, whatever. So what's up? So we finish up stuff here. We go out there. As I walk out there, I see that Ant Jefe is already kind of dipping and that Munchie's like damn near out the door. And the Pomona boys and King Pill are the only ones left, right? No big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. They got out smoothly. That's good. I go. I'm hungry as hell. Start heating up my meal in the microwave. As I'm heating up the meal in the microwave, King Pill comes over to me and he says, yo, what's up with the money for the episode? Because I had actually told King Pill, I was like, listen, like, I want to try you out consistently on the Tuesday show. He said, all right, but bro, I'm broke, so I need money. Like, you know, are you going to be able to pay me? I said, okay, cool. So King Pill starts coming over to me and talking to me about this $200 or whatever the fuck it was. He's saying, yo, like, can you send me that money right now? I said, yeah, you know the group chat that I put you in with Josh? Just text that, and Josh will send it to you by the end of the night. He goes, by the end of the night? He's like, I'm trying to get paid right now. I need that money to get home. And I'm like, you realize that like a lot of people who work here, you know, you get paid like every 2 weeks, every month, whatever, at the end of the week, et cetera. I'm like, it's not like, why are you acting like it's just like the most obvious thing in the world that you're supposed to be getting paid instantly as soon as you finish the podcast? Like, you got to chill. Like, the idea is that you're supposed to be on here consistently, you know, and it's like, why are you putting pressure on me to pay you instantly as soon as, you know, it just like struck me as a very weird thing. But his energy is weird. He's walking towards me. He's like really like kind of getting close to me and stuff. Audio here, but we're going to be able to see the body
I mean, you can see it from that first pick. Look at the body language in the first pick.
Yeah, okay, so let's press play.
You went on screen, right?
Yeah, obviously. So you see me to the left, and that's King Pill wearing the army fatigues. We love a man in uniform.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of pressing me right now. He's saying, like, you know what, can you send it right now? I said, Josh can send it. He goes, can you make him send it right now? I'm like, if you want, you could call him. He goes, why can't you call him? He's like, it's your business. You could call him. He's like, just pressing me about like the dumbest shit possible right now. And those are all his boys.
You see how Shorty had tried to reach out and like grab his hand and tell him to chill too, really subtly?
Yeah. And so, okay, I'm like grabbing my food out of the microwave right now, slightly off camera. And you'll see that I start to walk kind of across the office. You're going to see this in just 1 second. He's still talking to me in a rather aggressive way at this point. It's like slowly ratcheting up. And this is me walking away and being like, bro, you need to chill. Like, Josh will get it to you, whatever. Okay, go to the next one. And like you can see he's kind of like in my face now, right? Look at the way he's walking towards me. Look at the body language. Look how he's like, and then look he just bumped into me, and then I kind of like push him away. And then his boys jump in here. They're pulling him away. They're separating him. So what's he do? He pulls out his phone, typical internet thug, pulls out his phone, starts filming. I'm sure he's going to drop this footage at some point. He starts calling me the F slur, starts acting like I'm a bitch. The reason why I'm in the cubicle now is because I was looking for a lighter, and I was actually grabbing one off of Mikey's desk. So I'm trying to light a spliff right now, and King Pill trying to film a skit. He's trying to act like real angry. He's mad. But his boys are the ones standing in between him. Now look what he does here. He knocks the balls off, and he's still talking shit on the way out.
Now, over $200? Adam looking at it from his perspective as a millionaire. Right, I ain't gotta pay you right now. I'm trying you out on the news. You're not an official host yet. King Pill like, no, blood. I just came up here with my homies. I stepped my last. I just got this new outfit. I need something to get back to the P with. Adam trying to never mind him. Pill wasn't born for that. He already told you he ain't broke. You ain't been broke in a long time, Adam. So don't forget, it's people that still got that hunger on their belly, and they will hurt you about theirs. Adam getting the side of stuff, ain't he? He said I was no up strategic blower on the exotic koala bear. Get him out of here. He punched me one time, and I was no Philly mug with blue tips. Adam said, what I gotta do to put that fire on could. Brick Baby get rubbed off on that man. One of the funniest things Adam said, though, he said, I was going over here to get the lighter off the desk because I was going to light a spliffy. What? He marked your ass out over there to that cubicle. Don't say that. Yeah, then he grabs his phone. Tough, typical internet thug. You was just invested, Adam. Pipe down. Vince McMahon, the show is over. It's political street views, no fake news.